Today we're in the Lake District National Park. 25 million people come here each year. Did you know that? There's a lot of people. Thankfully, at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, such as today, it doesn't seem to be too busy. Quite happy with that. So I actually came here this morning, but then I realized as soon as I put my boots on, oh, something's missing. What's missing? I forgot my camera. I left it at the campsite. Another reason why I love Castle Rig campsite. Very safe. Someone had handed it in. Happy days. Didn't want to lose this thing. So I decided to go down to Keswick and do a little bit of work. It's been quite a rainy day today, and now I'm back out and I am just going to do a wee ramble around Borrowdale. So I'm here in Rosthwaite, my starting point, National Trust car park. I think I'm going to do about 8 miles or so today. Let's see how we get on.
It felt good to be out and about on my feet, and the air was alive with birdsong, seemingly celebrating the end of the rain for the day. I soon crossed over the crook and picked up a footpath that would take me high into the hills.
This is fun. Footpath along here or down here. I'm just gonna guess this gets wet.
The path climbed quickly, taking me up the side of Yew Crag. To be honest, it was quite easy going, and there was always a solid path, making it a good ascent for anyone new to hill walking.
I can tell you the weather is really close. It's very sticky and sweaty, and even though it's drizzling, it's great. Views behind us, it's not like the cloud base is low today. Good day to be out. If this was Scotland, this would be a prime midgie day. Hashtag grateful.
The sound of the slate gravel crunching underfoot and the bubbling Bowdergate gill alongside made for a meditative climb. I breathed deep, filling my lungs with the clear lakeland air, and felt high as a kite as I continued to ascend.
So as far as I can remember, Watendlath Tarn is a very picturesque tarn. Many of them are, but I love that it's just 1.5 miles up from the car park. And then you're there, and we're nearly there. Which just means it's accessible to a whole load more people if you struggle with any great distance or elevation gain. You'll see what I mean in a minute. There it is. Can you see it shimmering just through the trees? Watendlath Tarn.
Even in the grey light of the day, Watendlath was a magical place. At 7 acres and 17 metres deep, it was given to the National Trust by Queen Victoria's daughter, Princess Louise, in memory of her brother, King Edward VII. Not only is it now a popular spot for walkers, but fisher people too, as brown trout and rainbow trout reside in the waters.
So that was Watendlath. This is obviously the beck, and now, funnily enough, I didn't have to cross over the bridge, and now I'm crossing back over the bridge, and we're going to continue to follow the shore of the beck all the way to Lodore Falls. That is the next attraction on the walk. This gate requires 2 hands, or does it? Yes, it does. Okay, got it. 1.5 miles away. Let's go. You can hear that? Clearly some pummeling water. Oh, nice.
This was Watendlath Valley, a sensational place that both stimulated and calmed the senses all at once. It was actually mildly confusing, so I resolved to surrender to the journey.
Wow, this is just stunning along here. I don't know if this is just generally a quieter stretch of footpath here in the Lake District. I mean, actually, here's a fact for you. There's over 1,500 miles of recorded footpaths in the Lake District, and of course a lot of it is open access, so you can basically roam wherever you want to, certainly up on the fells. Anyway, there's not too many people about. I guess it is getting on, it's nearly 5 o'clock. Kind of a good time to get out, I've discovered, particularly the lower level walks. There's less people about. And this is just proving that that is true. Either that or everyone else knows something that I don't know. Okie dokie. So we have joined a footpath of which I'm quite familiar. It's the walk I did in 2019 to Lodore Falls. Lodore Falls is a very spectacular waterfall. There are many in the lakes. Lodore Falls is just one of them. So I'm going to pick up a short stretch of path that I've already walked before. We'll head down to the road and we'll cross over and continue our onward journey. So it's here really that we're at the furthest point for the walk. And now we're going to begin the loop round. Here we go. So if I take that path and loop round through the woods, I'd end up at Lodore Falls. But I've done the waterfalls, so I'm gonna leave that today, especially because of time. So if you're interested in checking out Lodore Falls, definitely worth a look. Then just head onto the channel and you'll be able to see the other video there. It's another really enjoyable low-level walk past Wooler Crags as well. Anyway, let's head on down to the road. It's quite wet down there. Just avoiding that bit and continuing on along the edge here. Or not. Gravity pulled me down. Actually, oddly enough, I seem to have stumbled upon the falls anyway. I generally tend to find this patch of woodland quite disorientating, and I'm being really lazy and I'm not looking at the map. So, Lodore Falls, we have them today. Here we go, check it out. Okay, we're leaving Lodore Falls behind. Next up, as I mentioned before, down to the road, cross over, and then we'll begin our loop back to the car. Oh, sniffly. Oh, look at these bluebells. Beautiful patches of them just here in the grass. Probably because once upon a time, this was ancient woodland.
Over half of the world's population of bluebells grow in the UK, and they are protected under the Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981. It can take several years for a native bluebell seed to grow into a bulb and then flower, but when they do, the beauty is outstanding.
Here we are, made it to the road, so cross over quickly. Hotel's there, Borrowdale Hotel, and now just going to walk along the road for a short stretch until we find a footpath on the other side. So we've got Derwent Water there with Skiddaw behind. Such a beast of a mountain. Right, good. Energy, just need some energy. Very nice house. Sadly quite a busy road to live on though. I think that will get to me. We've got the River Derwent flowing alongside now. Quite wide at this point in its channel. Wide, shallow, and quite mellow.
Grange in Borrowdale dates back to the medieval times, when monks from Furness Abbey built a monastic grange on the site. Nowadays, it's generally a pretty peaceful place, and there's plenty of wildlife to be found around the beck.
Here we go. Rosthwaite, 2 miles.
Now, under the shade of trees, I kept my eyes and ears peeled for signs of red squirrels, one of my absolute favourite animals in the area. After a while, my tranquility was disturbed, and I popped out at Hollow's Farm campsite, which sits along the length of the valley.
Seems this campsite has grown over the years. When we were here, it was very little. Just a field by the river and a guy in a caravan manning the whole thing for the whole season. These days, it seems that you can camp all in the trees and everything. One thing that hasn't changed is there's midges. Lots of bugs around here.
Interestingly, there was evidence of slate mining alongside the path, which began in Borrowdale when monks used graphite from Rosthwaite to draw lines in their books that scribes could follow. Other smaller quarries were produced in order to provide stone for local buildings. It was eerie and somewhat atmospheric, but definitely worth looking around. The quarry remains and slag heaps. History right there beneath my feet.
Well folks, we are nearly back at Rosthwaite in the car, so I think I'll sign off here whilst we're still in the cover of the trees. It feels like it's raining out there. I don't actually know if it's worth calling it rain, but it's definitely precipitation coming from the sky. So this was an example of a lower level walk that you can do in the Lake District. I think when you come here and you set your bar to be high and then you find the weather's bad, then it can be quite disheartening. But there are so many good walks you can do that are low level. You can make them as long or as short as you want. I mean, I have made this up as I've gone along, looking at the map. I was hoping to do longer today actually, but just things didn't quite work out that way, and it's fine. I had to get some work done. So I hope you've enjoyed this, being able to see that you can reach tarns and wooded valleys and waterfalls, and everything is within a couple of miles from the car. And I think that is one of the reasons why the Lake District is such a popular place to visit. It has got everything, even the coast, but that's not here right now. Thank you for watching, guys. Enjoy your adventures wherever they may be, and until next time, stay wild. I'll see you soon. Bye.